Hello, my name is Richard Rose, and I'm here with Roxana Pirizmont. Good to see you again, Roxana. And we're here to study vocabulary again. And our first word of the day is agenda. Do you know what an agenda is?
I think it has something to do with schedule, and it's a kind of schedule that's, for example, if you go for speech, you have some agenda to do, like 5 topics or things.
We usually have agendas at meetings. So before a meeting, oftentimes the leader of the meeting will pass out an agenda to the other people at the meeting, and the agenda has on it the topics that are going to be covered at the meeting. So we have our sentence here. We have 5 things on our agenda today that we want to discuss. So that's what the leader of a meeting might say before a meeting. And then a takeoff on agenda is hidden agenda. Are you familiar with the term hidden agenda?
I think yes, what it is, it's, I think, a negative thing that someone maybe has in his or her mind for achieving a goal for his or herself. So he has a plan on his mind, and he's not saying what it is true, so it's a hidden agenda.
Very good. It's hidden because he doesn't want the person who he's talking to know it, because he's trying to make the person believe that he wants what's in that other person's best interest, but really he wants what's in his own best interest. So here's the example. Fred wants me to think that he cares about me, but I think that he has a hidden agenda. So let's say you said that. What do you think it might mean? Or what might his hidden agenda be?
Maybe he wants your money, so...
He wants your money.
Oh, it's about me or...
You.
Wait. Oh, okay. So maybe Fred wants my money, so he has some plans on his mind, but he doesn't tell me.
Right.
So he wants to say he's nice and, he's friendly, but on the other hand, he wants to take my money.
Yeah. Okay, we're not going to let him.
Okay, thank you.
Because you figured out what his hidden agenda is. Yeah. All right, very good. Let's go on. The next word is antidote. Do you have a sense of what that means?
Antidote. No, sorry.
Okay. An antidote is medicine that fights usually a poison. So, for example, if someone is bitten by a snake and the snake is poisonous, the person needs an antidote so that the poison doesn't harm his body or kill him. So our sentence says, after a poisonous snake bit Cindy, her mother immediately gave her an antidote.
So maybe the dose would be the poison? So antidote would be...
The antidote is the medicine that counteracts, that works against the poison.
But dote doesn't mean anything.
Oh, got it.
No.
That is very clever. No, anti means against, and dote, as far as I know, doesn't mean poison. So against poison, that's, that would make a lot of sense if dote meant poison, but I highly doubt if it means poison. But I like how you're thinking. Okay, apathy.
Apathy.
Do you know what apathy is?
Not caring.
Very good. You read well. And we normally use the adjective form of apathy. Apathy is a noun, and the adjective form of apathy is apathetic. Apathetic. And so a person who's apathetic about something doesn't care about that thing.
Okay.
For example, you are apathetic towards sports.
Yeah. And what does pathetic mean?
Oh, excellent question. Okay, so anti again means against. Pathetic means something a little bit different. Pathetic means sad, you know. Sad in the sense of if somebody were to try to do something but not try very hard, you might say, oh, that was a pathetic try. That was such a sad try. Not sad in the case that, oh, I'm feeling very sad, but sad in the sense of, boy, I can't believe you really tried to do that because what you did was not very good at all.
Oh, okay, I see.
So that was a pathetic effort, not a very good effort at all. It looked like someone who wasn't trying.
Oh, okay.
So it's apathetic does not mean not pathetic.
Oh, okay, no.
A means not when it begins many words, not all words. And not in this case. It doesn't mean not. Okay, so Sam doesn't care about having fun. He is apathetic towards life.
Okay.
Any more questions? All right, number 4, bland. You know this one.
Yeah.
Okay, what does bland mean?
It's tasteless.
Very good. Tasteless for a food.
For food.
So this food is tasteless. I don't like it at all. I want something that's a little bit more spicy. So our example is Jill likes to cook spicy food. She thinks that bland food doesn't have any taste.
No.
And bland food doesn't have any taste by the definition of the word bland. Now when you said tasteless, that can mean something else besides doesn't have any taste. In fact, people don't normally use the word tasteless to mean doesn't have any taste in terms of food. So someone might tell a joke that was off color, we might call it. It might be a joke that put women down, let's say, and you would, since you are a feminist of sorts, you believe that women should be independent, am I right? Kind of, sort of, okay. So you might say, oh, that's such a tasteless joke, you know, putting down women, you know. Women are just as important as men are, and you could make the argument that women are more important than men.
No, I don't say that, but you know, we are as important as men.
Okay, that sounds fine. So tasteless usually means, it usually is used to describe something that somebody says, or perhaps even something that somebody wears. Actually, tasteful, T-A-S-T-F-U-L, could be used to describe something that somebody wears, like, your clothes are very tasteful. In other words, they show that you have taste in terms of your clothes all go together, the colors all fit, they connect. Okay, word number 5, propaganda. Do you know what propaganda means?
Does it go with advertisement or something?
Yeah, a lot of advertising is propaganda, where in the ad they try to make you think that the product is really, really good. It may be really, really good, and it may not be really, really good. If it's not really, really good, I'd say that it's true propaganda.
Oh, okay.
If it is really, really good, less propaganda, but still the whole idea of advertising is to make somebody buy something. Now, oftentimes propaganda is used in a political way. So, you watch TV ads for people who are running for office, and a lot of it is propaganda. In particular because much of it is not true or misleading. There's a grain of truth to it, but it's not completely true. So that kind of thing I would call propaganda. And in California we have propositions where if the political leaders in our state legislature can't pass a law, sometimes the people try to put something on the ballot to pass a law, and those things are called propositions. And lots of times when we look at the advertisements for and against propositions, there's a lot of propaganda there. There are a lot of lies, there's a lot of things that are misleading, there are manipulations, people trying to manipulate us into believing what they want us to believe. They have a hidden agenda behind it.
Okay. I was going to say.
Or maybe not so hidden agenda. So Hitler is probably the best example in history of someone who used propaganda effectively. We say he was able to convince the German people to follow him because he was so good at using propaganda. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.